Welcome back for another video. It is Eharbad, and it is Raid Shadow Legends, but for how long? That's the question. So we do have another summon rush, as everyone well knows. It has hammer points, a lot of them, in fact, 200. It's a chunky amount. If you're after that 5-star Thor Soul, you're going to need those. I, in fact, need 25 of these fragments, as I did skip the summoning over the weekend. Might as well pick up the hammer points as well, I guess. So we're looking at what, 10 for a legendary tome, and then it gets a bit worse thereafter. And it's not a bad time to be summoning anyway. Let's just pick up this primal shard. That gets us up to 45. Because none other than Legate Teox, one of the most busted champions in the game, is available on the old Teox. There's no other way to pick up these faction unity champions other than when they bestow us with the opportunity via one of these events. Otherwise, you're just not allowed, It doesn't matter how many shards you pull. Unless they deem you worthy, you cannot. So we're basically of the opinion, either I pull Teox or I quit the game. It's a clickbait title, and it's the first I've ever bothered with. But truth be told, I think I'm going to quit either way. Or at least have a prolonged break. I'm on vacation from tomorrow for just over 2 weeks, and I don't intend on playing the game at all during that time. The sad thing in that regard does mean I won't, let's just pick up these stupid gems. Not quit the game yet. We're not there yet. We're jumping ahead of ourselves. It means I won't pick up the old 5-star Thor Soul, which is a shame because I think it would have been fun to kind of give him a little spin when I got back. But that's not going to happen. In terms of the actual summoning, we just need to get this last one, which we'll get through the summoning. So let's just jump in, do the number of sacreds, fuse Thor, and see, do we get lucky? Do we get a Teox? Would getting a Teox be enough to make me play a little bit longer? I don't think so. It's fun to speculate and to throw out the bit of clickbait along those lines. Just average epic so far, so nothing too exciting. We do have legendary. It is not a Teox, but we do have the extra, and the extra is not a Teox. So we did hit the extra legendary. They're both dupes, basically. So, and not really champions you need dupes of either. So it is what it is. Pretty good time to be summoning overall, though, with the 1+1 plus the 10x plus the whole Thor Titan event. It's a pretty efficient time for your sacred shards. We had 2 chances to pick up a faction unity. Between all 3 of them, you could say really it's a 30x, and we rolled the dice twice. We didn't hit with either. So, disappointing in that regard, not to hit any of the faction unities. And obviously we did not get Legate Teox. We have one more chance, 10th and final sacred, pick up that legendary tome, and it's epic. It is another Morag. If I were carrying on, I would build the second one. Let's just click all of this, get all those hammer points. It's hammer time, guys. It is hammer time. And I needed one more for the second 25, but I don't actually need it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It would have been used as fragments for Maud, but it's so difficult to get Maud. I'd probably have to play another 2 or 3 years before completing Maud. It's just properly ridiculous, to be honest. But whatever. Anyway, right, just go straight in. Maxa. I'm pretty sure there is a champion training in 12 hours 36. How long does this fusion? The fusion does last longer. So technically, if I were not going on vacation, and we're going to do the Thor Soul, you should do this last bit of ranking up tomorrow when you'll get champion training points for it. That would be the smart play. And I'm going to finish my raid career, most likely. I mean, there's always a chance I'll come back, guys, let's be honest. I'm not saying definitively I'm quitting forever, but I think that's currently where my mind is anyway. Yeah, the smart play would be to do this tomorrow, basically. But, that isn't what's happening. We are using Thor right now. Another one for the collection. Good champion overall. Like I'd be. It's a shame we haven't got the opportunity to kind of really let him flex his muscles. Look at those ratings. But speaking of which, the last video I did before I was ill for 2 weeks as well, which was kind of a bit of a pain, to be honest. But the last champion we got was Mikage, and you saw how far I got in terms of actually building her in the last 2 weeks. It's nowhere, basically. I didn't bother. So I farmed all of the required masteries, farmed her up to 6-star 60. I mean, basically 6-star 59, I think, is actually where she is. And haven't used her even once in a single battle. So I think that kind of sums it up, really. But, it is what it is. I thought it would be fun to do at least one more video before I went on vacation and to kind of ponder what I might do with respect to the channel when I get back. Obviously, in the future, we've got Godforge coming up, and I think I will play that, so that there's a future to return to a gacha game on the channel at that point in time. Might as well collect this and use that energy today. Probably use this clan boss key as well. And one of those needs to be brutal. And in the meantime, I've actually been playing Baldur's Gate 3, which I've been really enjoying. So I haven't quite decided what I'll do with respect to that. I probably will make a few videos on Baldur's Gate 3 at some point. Kind of, I'm nearing the end of Act 1. I've been playing on Tactician, trying not to watch any videos or follow any guides, trying to just kind of have a nice, authentic experience in the game. And I've been really enjoying it. I think I want to do an honor mode playthrough. And I think that would be quite fun to do some videos on, is me trying to do honor mode after I've completed the first Tactician playthrough. But I think what I might do, even with the first playthrough, is kind of maybe do a little recap of how I've found the game once I've got through Act 1, once I'm back from vacation. And maybe, show a little bit of the gameplay and how my mind is approaching different problems within the game and kind of the style that I'm playing it in. And we'll see, maybe that will be of interest to people. Maybe it won't. Either way, I'm going to play it myself. And, after 4.5 years of playing Raid, I'd say really, to a certain extent, the last year or so, I feel like I've probably been playing it more for the community and the channel than for myself. And it's been a breath of fresh air to play, just to play the game how I want to play it. Or play a game that I want to play. But how you want to look at it, and I think that's kind of it, really. I might do a video when I get back, one last kind of video in Raid, where maybe I'll talk about kind of a bit more in detail about why I feel like now is a time for me to be stepping away from the game, or kind of what I think about the state of the game. But equally, I don't know. I don't think anyone's necessarily that interested. I kind of said a lot of my reasons already on Nubs and mine podcast. And potentially I'll do another collaboration and talk about it there rather than do a standalone video on my own video. A bit of a monologue kind of comes across as a bit of a whine, kind of a whiny video, which isn't really what I want to do. But having an actual conversation and discussing sort of the direction of the game and how, maybe some of the most fun parts of the game have started to almost cannibalize themselves. That could be a conversation worth having. But anyway, I think that is enough for this particular video. We did the summons. I talked about whether I'd quit if we didn't get Teox, and we didn't get Teox. So, true to my clickbaity title, we're going to follow through with our threat. And I think once Siege is completed tomorrow, that will be me quitting my clan and uninstalling the game, at least on my mobile, and going away for just over 2 weeks and enjoy a full-on break from the game. Now, whether I do return at some point in the future, I'll leave it open. I'm not saying I'm quitting for good, permanently. But my base case assumption is that I won't play Raid again, and I would wait for another gacha game like Godforge, and in the meantime I'd look to play other games that I've been kind of putting off for a long time and would like to play for myself. We'll see what the future holds. I think I've never believed in absolutes. With that in mind, and given that all I'm doing is rambling at this moment in time, I'll bid you good day and good health, and I'll catch you in a video sometime soon. Bye for now.